If you're waiting for the moment where getting rich finally feels like success, you might already be missing it. Because the truth is simple. The people who are actually building wealth rarely feel ahead. They don't feel powerful. They don't feel accomplished. Most of the time, they feel normal. And that's the problem. Because if you measure progress by excitement, by upgrades, or by lifestyle changes, you can be getting richer every year and still believe you're falling behind. Today, I want to show you how wealth actually shows up in real life. Not the Instagram version, not the lottery version, the quiet version, the one most people overlook. And somewhere in this video, you'll probably recognize yourself. When you do, don't brush it off. That recognition matters more than motivation ever will. By the end of this video, you'll know whether you're truly building wealth or just running faster on the same treadmill, not by numbers, not by income, but by the signs that appear before money ever feels real. Some of these signs will feel comforting, a few will feel uncomfortable, and one near the end might completely change how you judge your own progress. Stay with me. Here's what nobody tells you. The early signs of getting rich feel harmless. The middle signs feel boring. And the final signs don't feel like success at all. They feel like detachment. That's where most people get confused. And that's where they quit, right before things start compounding. So let's walk through this carefully. Sign 1. You spend slower than you used to. There was a time when money hit your account and disappeared immediately. Bills, wants, little rewards to make the stress feel worth it. But now, something subtle happens. You pause. You don't panic buy. You don't rush to upgrade. You let the money sit. That pause doesn't feel impressive. It doesn't feel rich, but it's massive. Because wealth doesn't start with earning more. It starts when spending stops being automatic. Most people never develop this pause. They stay reactive forever. If you've built even a moment of space between earning and spending, you've already done something most people never do. Sign 2. Payday feels calmer than it used to. Payday used to feel like oxygen, like you could finally breathe again. Now, it feels fine. No rush, no scramble, no immediate relief. That emotional flatness is not a lack of gratitude. It's margin. It means your money moved from survival to strategy. And here's the quiet truth. Calm around money is one of the earliest forms of wealth. You don't celebrate it. You barely notice it. But people who don't have it would trade almost anything for it. Sign 3. You're harder to impress. At some point, the shine fades. New phones don't excite you like they used to. Logos stop meaning much. Upgrades feel optional, not urgent. This isn't boredom, it's clarity. You're no longer buying things to prove you're moving forward. You're buying things because they actually improve your life. That shift doesn't look ambitious. But it's one of the strongest signs that you're stepping off the consumer treadmill. Here's where most people get confused. They feel these changes and assume something is wrong. They think, why doesn't success feel better? Why don't I feel ahead yet? Why does progress feel so ordinary? That misunderstanding is dangerous, because this is the exact moment where wealth either compounds or gets abandoned. Now we move into the middle phase. This is where it stops feeling comforting and starts feeling boring. Sign 4. You resist lifestyle creep without trying. When your income increases, your lifestyle doesn't rush to catch up. You don't downgrade your life. You just don't inflate it. Same place, same car, same habits. From the outside, it looks like nothing changed. From the inside, something powerful is happening. You're widening the gap between what you make and what you spend. That gap is not boring. That gap is the engine. Most people close that gap the moment it appears. You're letting it grow. Sign 5. You track what others ignore: subscriptions, fees, interest rates, small leaks. You notice them now, not obsessively, just enough to protect yourself. You understand something most people don't. Wealth is lost quietly before it's lost dramatically. This isn't about being cheap, it's about being awake, and awareness compounds faster than income ever will. Sign 6. Money is less interesting than it used to be. This one confuses people. You expected getting richer to make money more exciting. Instead, it fades into the background. You automate, you systemize, you stop talking about it as much. Your attention shifts to time, to energy, to health, to meaning. That doesn't mean you don't care about money. It means money stopped demanding your emotional bandwidth. This is where many people get scared. They think boredom means stagnation. In reality, boredom often means stability. Now pause, because this is where I need to be honest with you. Some people watching this think they're getting rich, but they're not. They're just comfortable. Here's the difference. Comfort without intention leads to decay. Wealth with intention leads to freedom. So let me ask you something uncomfortable. Are your habits automated, or are they drifting? Because there's one sign that separates quiet wealth from quiet stagnation, and it doesn't feel good at first. Sign 7. You say no more often than yes not because you're disciplined, because you're selective. You don't say yes to every opportunity. You don't chase every trend. You don't fill every free hour. You protect your time like it matters, because it does. Most people say yes out of fear. Fear of missing out. Fear of falling behind. Fear of looking unambitious. When you start saying no calmly without drama, it's a sign you're building leverage. Sign 8. You're patient in a world that isn't. You're okay waiting for returns, waiting for clarity, waiting for things to make sense. This doesn't feel like progress. It feels like nothing is happening. But compounding only works if you stay long enough to see it. Most people quit during the invisible phase, not because they failed, but because they mistook silence for stagnation. If you're still here during the quiet part, you're already ahead. Sign 9. You think in systems, not wins. You're less interested in big moments and more interested in repeatable ones. You care about consistency over intensity, process over hype, direction over speed. This is not exciting dinner table conversation, but it's how durable wealth is built. And here's the shift most people never make. They want proof before commitment. You commit before proof. That's rare. Now here's the part most people miss completely. The clearest sign you're getting rich isn't what you're gaining. It's what stops controlling you. Urgency fades. Comparison weakens. Noise loses its grip. You don't feel like you're winning. You feel steady. And steadiness doesn't look like success in a loud world, but it's the foundation of every form of freedom that lasts. So if you're watching this and thinking, this describes me, but I don't feel rich at all, good. You're not supposed to. Wealth doesn't announce itself when it's arriving. It announces itself long after it's already built. If you recognized even a few of these signs, you're not behind, you're early. And the quiet path only feels lonely because most people never stay on it long enough to recognize it. Let's ground this. You're not secretly getting rich because you earn a lot, you invest perfectly, or you feel confident every day. You're getting rich because you pause, you choose, you resist, you wait, you protect what matters, and you do it without applause. That's not boring, that's rare. If this video helped you see your situation more clearly, not more hyped but more grounded, that's worth acknowledging. And if you want to keep building quietly, intentionally, without chasing noise or shortcuts, there's more we can explore together. In the next video, I break down why most people who look rich are actually under pressure, and why the calm you're building now is worth more than any upgrade you're skipping. That's where the real difference becomes obvious. Take your time. You're not late. You're just doing it the way that lasts.